Hi Paul Prince, back this time for Karmic. Now I do read with intuition, which means I read with what I feel I'm picking up in the cards, and I do read for the collective. So bits may resonate, all of it may resonate, or none of it may resonate with you at this time. And if it doesn't resonate with you right now, it just means this reading is not for you at this time. With that said, let's find out what's going on for the Karmic. So, what's going on with the Karmic? 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 Going on for the Karmic. So for the Karmic. So, things have been made clear, things have been opened up to them, and I think this is to do with the DM. No, it's not, it's the DF. It's the DF. Things have been made clear to the DF. And it's kind of, I see the DFs a lot of you now are not even, this is for the ones that were still in communication with their DM. You're kind of, some of you are still looking like either at their social media or you see them about, but they don't really see you. You've stopped communication. And for the ones that were having communication, and it's kind of, it's made them, I'm feeling like it's made them vulnerable, and they've kind of, because they can't now get any, they're not getting any reaction, they're not getting any fulfillment, like you're not there. It's like they used to use you and now they're not doing that no more, so now they've found someone else, which is the Karmic, and it's kind of, they're trying to balance things, but more negative is getting into them than good. It's like they were heading down the right way, but they've kind of, they know the way to go, as in they know the journey and stuff, like where they've got to go and how to get better. They're just choosing not to. They're choosing not to sort out their own issues and acknowledge them. So they're being led a different way, because if they're not going to deal with what they need to deal with, they're not going to be able to move forward fully, which means they're kind of stuck at the moment on their journey, and now to progress forward, they're going to have to go down a different path, which is with another Karmic, and it's going to be good for them. It's going to be good for them, but it's also good for you to be able to move on with your life. This is to the DS. It's like they're choosing to settle for second best right now, the DMs. They're settling with something that there's nothing really there, but they're saying there is. They're kind of, it's like people say, don't say sorry, don't say you're sorry, show you're sorry. It's kind of, they're not saying and they're not showing they're in love, they're just saying they are. Like, oh, I love you. No, you don't. And they're kind of, they feel very alone, they're very on their own, and they're trying to portray this like I don't give a shit. But they really do, because they're not in a team, they're not united, they're not anything, they're very on their own, very, it's like a spirit being stuck on the earth plane, not being able to move on. It's the same with them. They're kind of very stuck right now. They're very on their own, no one about, they've got no one they can talk to. And it's like they can't talk to anyone about us because all they've done is use us and then blame us, and now they haven't got us, they can't do that. So they can't blame us, which means they can't talk to anyone about us, because then it makes it them look like they're bothered, they want to know us, but if we're as bad as they made out, why would they be bothered? So they kind of can't talk to anyone, so now they're trying to manifest feelings that aren't there for someone else. And this like the love they need is for themselves, not with the karmic. The karmic isn't going to give them the love that they're after. But it's going to be good for them. The karmic's going to be like a good kind of balance of things. Yeah, the karmic's going to kind of I'm feeling like the karmic's going to kind of rip part of their soul to make them need to heal, and it's going to kind of force them to heal within themselves, not for anyone but themselves, because they don't need to come back into union, but they do need to heal, and it's kind of they need to do that, and they're kind of going to go through something that's going to kind of tear their soul a little bit, that's going to need them to repair it, and then this is what's going to lead to them having time on their own. And I see this as someone that's going to be sitting there a long while having time to themselves. So let's get some guidance and advice. Some guidance and advice. Guidance and advice about the karmic. Some guidance and advice about the karmic. So right now the divine are kind of sitting there whispering stuff in his ear, forcing him to do stuff to kind of make him suffer, but to suffer to move forward. It's not like suffer where they're like going to be completely traumatized. It's like it's going to be like sprinkled on, so they don't really realise. It's going to be sprinkled over time to make it happen without it feeling like a massive change, or massive adjustment. But they're kind of, instead of just laying it down like a massive bomb, because it takes time, and it's going to make them feel mentally trapped, and mentally it's going to fuck with their head basically, but it's kind of putting things back in motion, and it's going to put things how they should be and back into control, because like things are all over the place right now, I'm feeling, and it's going to want them to fight for themselves, and kind of find that balance between who they were to who they are now, because a lot of people think that for you to be a better person you have to get rid of who you used to be. No, it's about balancing who you are and from what you've learned from who you used to be. They really need to find that inner balance, and in a person it's kind of the karmic. It's like the karmic is... It's like the karmic's going to hold them close and like show them, or like they're going to reel them in and get them in and make them... I don't know how to explain it. It's like they're going to like... they're going to be nice at first, but then their true colours are going to come through, and it's kind of... It's like the DM's going to want to stay because they're better to settle for something than nothing, and they're going to stay, and then it's going to slowly fuck with them, and it's kind of... They're going to walk over them. I'm feeling like the karmic's going to walk over them and make them feel low, and then they're going to make them feel like it's their fault. The karmic's going to kind of manipulate them, but it's going to do them some good. Until the DM can actually get up and do something about it, I'm feeling that they're going to be with the karmic until they can start to go down the right path. like as we were saying earlier, they've been steered down another path because they're choosing not to deal with what they've got to deal with. And that's the problem. The Karmic's going to kind of help them know that they don't have to sit there and focus on other people, that they've got to make it right with everyone. They haven't. They've got to make it right with themselves and themselves only. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. Thanks for watching.